Oh, yeah. You're here with another episode of Sorry for My Language. I believe this is episode 30. This is kind of a snippet, clip it, but I'm still going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what I need to give you, and then I got to go do what I say I'm going to do. Keep your personal constitution, you know? So here we are, back, Sorry for My Language, episode 30. And this is a mini episode, only because I had to be somewhere at a certain time. But while this is on me, I just want to give this to you. The weather's breaking, first of all. Shout out to Washington, D.C., man. And, shout out to Roy Ayers, one of our recent ancestors, Roy Ayers. If you're not familiar with Roy Ayers, his last name is Ayers. He's a musical savant who passed away at age, I'm not even sure. I'm going to assume he was in his 80s, but I'm not sure. But he just passed away. And his music, he played the vibes, right? And his music was a vibe. And so for everybody loves the sunshine. I'm sure you're familiar with Roy Ayers. Anyway, the other night, I'm on a text thread and several DJs on this same text thread. And so we were talking about Roy Ayers passing away, and so it came together with all the different people. One person came with the venue, all the other DJs, they came together as we were talking about, and they were like, there needs to be a Roy Ayers tribute. And within a few days, it was a fantastic event. It was a wonderful event. And I'm glad that we were able to, I was in the crowd. I had nothing to do with the put together. But I'm glad that people were able to give our good man, Roy Ayers, a good send off and salute and tribute. And I had no idea that Roy Ayers was responsible for all of the songs that he was responsible for. I mean, if you have something to do, or if you have nothing to do, you need to tap into his catalog. Amazing. And it spanned decades. And he was totally dedicated to the music. Now, you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with Sorry for My Language? Well, it has a lot to do with it. And, sometimes music is kind of like the vehicle. It's like the honey to bring in the medicine. You'll hear something that you like, but it gives you something that might just get you better, might turn you into a better person. It might change you. So I guess it was 93, long time ago, Guru from Gangstar had an album. That album was called Jazzmatazz. And in that album, Jazzmatazz, there was a song called Take a Look at Yourself. So a lot of y'all, you go search that too. Take a Look at Yourself by Guru from Gangstar on the album Jazzmatazz. Roy Ayers was playing the vibes in this song, and it fucked me up when I heard it. I was just like, not only how Guru was rapping, but the sound in the background, the sound of the vibes in the background. So he was like, yeah, I got my man Roy Ayers on the vibes. And the name of the song is Take a Look at Yourself. It's by Guru from Jazzmatazz. One time. For both of them. 2 times for both of them. So this song, at that time, caught me at the right time. When you're young and you're trying to find like the truth and you're looking to different sources, you're hearing different stuff, you're open. I was open. And so that song, it's just some bars in that song that got me there, but really like the vibes of that song was something where I was like, man, I got to check out this dude, Roy Ayers. So from there, I went to search and I found more and I found more. I realized I had heard him before growing up, but I had never listened. Hearing and listening are different. So in terms of my musical listening journey, Roy Ayers is a significant part of it. And he's all through hip hop. He's all through neo soul. I mean, his music is just, it's going through all that. Perform people with like Fela and I mean just all the greats. So I'm saying all this to lead up to the point that this party was one that was definitely worth me going to. I'm glad I showed up at the party. Shout out to all the DJs who showed up that night and did your best work. You did God's work. And that night, I did not I I knew about this because I'm in that text thread, but I'd actually forgotten about the fact that that this was going to be a function that was going to happen. I forgot. Anyway, I ended up on that side of town. I ended up going. It was a great party. Now, that's one part of what I'm here to discuss. The other part is I was not going to go because I'm busy building my spider web. Mm, what is that? What is that? I didn't mean to press that button, but I'm busy building my spider web. Okay. So when I say building my spider web, it's just a terminology that popped in my mind when I think about what it is that I'm doing with my time and with my energy. Now, when you look at a spider is busy knitting. It comes up, it's in the cut all day. I think I never watched a spider all day, but it's in the cut, and then a spider will come out, and it'll just be busy knitting. I guess weaving this web, right? Doing its thing, doing its thing, its unique thing, its unique pattern. Um, I'm pretty positive humans haven't figured spiders out yet. And spiders aren't my favorite thing, but it's really intriguing how they can make these intricate designs and these intricate things that are their gift. And then next thing you know, that's what eventually catches their food and that's what houses their babies. I'm busy building my spider web. Okay. And when I look at it like that, I respect my time more. I don't have FOMO at all because I have so many things to do that don't involve things outside of me. Now, at risk of being a hermit, of course, I blend and I do the things. I shake the hands and kiss the babies and see the people and get rub some sunshine on my face. All those things happen. But I realize that in this limited time, if you think about how many summers you have left on the planet, if you don't encounter any issues, and then you think about how many summers you have left on the planet, including, well, not including the the summers of you being at like peak performance in life, you better start building your fucking spider web. I'm just saying. And I'm looking at it like that, right? So that means that there are certain things that I have made important to me, and I work on those things. And a lot of the times I work on those things in relative isolation because that's the only way it's going to get done. I paint, I draw, I rap, I write, I read. Most of those things are things that I can't do with other people because it's up to me to do the things. Now when it comes to like studio time or whatever, a lot of the times that could be done, in groups, but nobody could paint for me. Like that's my hand holding that brush or spreading that paint, right? Um, a lot of the things that you do, nobody can do for you. Nobody can do those crunches for you. Nobody could drink that water for you. You have to build your own spider web, which eventually will feed you, which eventually will make room for those who you care about, which eventually will protect you. It'll do all of the things. And I guess I got this by just this thing about building my spider web. I was just looking at nature, where all the things have some type of perfect balance. And um, as soon as the spider web is damaged, that joint come out and they start working on it again. It might look to see if the coast is clear, but the spider ain't no punk. It's gonna get busy. I don't know if they have like spider therapy, Because the itsy bitsy spider went through some shit, went down the water spout, but that motherfucker came up again. I don't know how the story rhymes, but something like that happened. And they continue to build their spider web. So my question to you, and you can answer this in the comments, you can answer it out loud as you watch this, or you can answer it in your head, or you might not know. But what is your spider web? What are you building? What are you here for? What are you here to build right now? That might be the most important question that you can answer today. It might be. And if that's the most important question you have to answer, then you have important work to do. However, that work that you have to do is natural to you because that's your spider web. It's not somebody else's. They have a different design. They have a different placement. They probably even have a different species. So you can't even look at theirs and see how they're going to spin their silk. And I think that it's time that everybody really embrace this individuality, within the community, because we are interdependent and interrelated. If a house on my block catches on fire, I'm gonna breathe smoke. And hopefully that's all that happens. But so we are interrelated, but there is an independence that we have, and we can't flip the switch. And we have so many hours to do it. What is your spider web? Don't get caught in the World Wide Web where everybody's up there freaking off. You might even have your thing that's on the World Wide Web. Like this will be on the WWWs, right? But building my spider web is being in my space doing this. Nobody else could do this for me. This is one of several things I'm going to do today that only I can do for me. What are the things that only you can do for you? That's the question. You remember they used to have that's the $64,000 question. Damn, $64,000 was hella money back in the day when they had them old game shows, right? Anyway, did I go this far without mentioning the sponsor, Grindstone Universal? Hold on, I'm wearing the turtleneck right now. You see it. Velcro pocket. Hold on, we need some sexy music for this. Let's see how sexy we can get.
Oakland, California, that's where I'm from. Don't stop macking.
The Velcro pocket.
Don't stop tapping. Don't stop macking. Don't stop tapping. Don't stop macking.
The nylon
Don't
sleeves.
stop tapping. Don't stop macking.
The racing
Don't
stripes.
stop tapping.
Oh yeah.
Don't stop macking. Don't stop tapping.
The silver and black.
Don't stop tapping.
Oh.
Like never before.
You see the intricate embroidery? That's part of my spider web. That's what I do. No one else can do this the way I do this. They can do what they do the way they do it. We could even collaborate. But I have to get busy and bring something to the table to make sure that I'm worthy of collaboration. You have to do something to bring to the table in your downtime to make sure that you're worthy of collaboration, to make sure that you're worthy of support, to make sure that you're worthy of oxygen. What do you do? Make it very clear to yourself. Do it. Become synonymous with it. Build your spider web. If you don't know, that's okay. But don't stay there for long not trying. Because being sedentary is nothing that will serve your physical body or your spirit well. So if you don't know, exercise and not know. Plank and not know. Walk and not know. Do jumping jacks and not know. But don't just sit there not knowing, sitting still, laying on the couch, eating Cheetos. And don't eat nothing with red number 3 or red number 40 in it either. It's a better way. Lately, I've been drinking water with, and I swear I could tell the difference in how it just fuels me. Water with oregano oil and spirulina in it. I get the spirulina powder and I put it in that joint. Boy, I be straight supercharged. like a young bull. Feed your cellular makeup while you sit there, don't know. Get some sunshine on your solar panels while you don't know. But don't just be sitting still in the car, in the house, in the office, wherever the hell you sitting, locking up your waist, locking up your hips, just sitting. Don't just do that and not know. You have a spider web to build. You're one of the fact that you're even alive right now is absolutely amazing. And I mean, so many things have to be working in concert together to keep you alive, to even have you present, to even have you being able to perceive that you're present while I'm able to perceive, for you to perceive that I'm present while I'm able to perceive that you're present. Like for that to happen at the same time, it's statistically amazing. Yet we're here. Don't take it for granted. You have to give off the fruit that your tree was rooted here to give off. If you sit still, who knows what might happen? I mean, you know, the use it, the don't use it, you lose it thing is real facts. You don't use it, you will lose it. That gift floats around and it floats around. And it has to land on somebody who's going to proliferate that gift. If you have the gift, whatever your gift is, it doesn't have to be art, it could be anything. You know what it is better than I do. But if you let that gift sit, that gift might just remove itself from you and go to somebody else, and you will become useless to the universe, at which point the universe might flush itself of you. So do it out of fear, do it out of love. But however it goes down, make sure you do it. Make sure you do it. Make sure you go to grindstoneuniversal.com. It's the epitome of luxury. It's a place where progress is made and truth is revealed. And you can find this lovely turtleneck. And it's a mercerized cotton turtleneck. I mean, you know, to get your muscles on, it'll make you look like, you know, I mean, you obviously got to be doing something, but you know, it'll give it to you the way you want it. It's mercerized cotton. For those of you all who don't know, it's a very fine cotton. It's beautiful. It's breathable. It feels like, feels like angel hair. Feels like angel hair. Oh man, I was about to say something mean about a person named Angel who I once knew, but I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, shout out to you. Um, like I said, we have to be building our own spider web. Okay, we have to really get in our zone, and when we do, it's love. It's your turn. I've talked long enough. I'm sorry for my language. So signing off, I want you to take yourself seriously, but not too seriously. But take your mission and your purpose as the reason why you're here. And don't let FOMO interfere. This is episode 30. I'm Grindstone. And it's sorry for my language.